Yeah, just excited how the guys performed. You know, we ended up getting the win against a very tough team, well coached team, but just proud of the way our guys stuck together and really battled throughout the entire game. So proud of our guys.
Questions for Coach? Ed?
Steve, I was wondering if you could talk about the offense. You guys got to a 6-2 lead, but then they made a comeback, and then you guys went to the fourth quarter without a goal. What do you think happened in that second half?
It's a great question. Lacrosse is a game of runs, right? And we did a great job of stopping their momentum. They went on a run there in the third. Offensively, we just got to continue, to possess the ball, make clean passes, right, and focus on the fundamentals. We were just lucky, to have an opportunity to really get the W today. We got to continue to stick with the process, right, and focus on staying together and hopefully eliminating some turnovers, right. Possessions are important. Their face-off guy did a great job, but I felt our face-off unit really battled for the possessions there. From our end offensively, we just got to make sure we continue to dial in the sticks and stay true to each other.
On Andrew's overtime goal, was he the second or third option on that?
That's a great question. We like to think that all of our guys can score, right? Whoever we put on the field there. So, Andrew's been doing a great job, and he put himself in a position to make a play. But it's not just Andrew, right? If you look at our scoring stat line, the entire offense, worked together there. We were able to just kind of put him in a position that he's comfortable in around the goal, and he made a play.
Steve, for you, how's this experience been sort of filling in as the acting coach?
It's a great question. It's great to be around our guys. We have a locker room full of great guys. Coach Nallen's a phenomenal coach, and we just want to continue to stay true to our values, right, and honor our values and make sure that we continue to compete day in and day out. It's not just me; it's our entire staff, right? If you look at our other assistants, as well as our volunteers, Coach Schilling and Coach Lavelle, the director of ops, it's really a team effort, right? And this opportunity to be here is, wouldn't be without the opportunity to be here without Coach Nads.
Last question. I want to rewind to something you mentioned earlier about the face-offs. 5 of 18. Do you feel like you need to go back to the drawing board and maybe do some tinkering with the unit there?
Not necessarily. We have a lot of confidence in all of our guys. The face-off is a very, very unique part of the game, obviously. Like to get some of our wing guys involved a little bit more. We feel like we're pretty athletic off the wing. We just got to continue to compete for possessions and loose balls in that scenario. And I thought our guys did a great job there. Unfortunately, obviously the stat line isn't what we would like it to be. But if you look at our ground ball play and our time of possessions, we did a pretty good job of making up, those opportunities.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
It was definitely a good win. It was one that I was really looking forward to after the surgery that I went through at the end of the season last year. I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to be able to play in the fall. I got back sooner than we thought, and the leg feels good, and it was a pretty bumpy road. We actually weren't even positive I was going to be able to play again after it, but here I am, and it feels really good to get a win. So I'm excited for the guys. I'm excited to share it with them, and it feels good all around.
Questions? Ed?
Shane, obviously you guys had the season opener against Virginia. Your next game is against Duke. How significant was it to get this win in the middle?
It's always nice to get a win, no matter who it's against. A Division I lacrosse program is another Division I lacrosse program. I don't care if it's, Duke, Virginia, or St. John's. But it's always nice to obviously get a win. It gets the boys buzzing a little more than a loss. And we'll start, working on it on Monday, take care of ourselves this weekend, rest the bodies up, and figure out the next opponent from there. But it definitely helps to get a win in between the two games going into next weekend.
Shane, please correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you faced a number of point-blank opportunities and turned them back. Was that just a case of you sort of feeling your rhythm, or maybe St. Joseph's was taking advantage of some things offensively?
Yeah, they fed the ball to the crease when their guys were open. Just kind of did my job, tried to save the ball. It was actually kind of hard because the shaft on the stick was frozen by the time the first quarter started, which is why there was a couple of rebounds given up. But just playing the game. I mean, I don't know. Like Virginia was taking some more outside shots. St. James was taking some more inside shots. Not really sure. I don't really prepare for either of them, but when it comes at me, just try to save it.
Just one more question. At the end of overtime, you guys had sort of full field celebration. I imagine that's a lot of sort of pent up joy because I think you guys hadn't won since 2018. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It was actually great. We were, talking as a team this morning before our game, and it's been a long time. We were 0-6 last season. We definitely try not to look back on the past, but it's still in the back of everybody's minds, no matter how hard you try not to think about it. And to get a win after going 0-6 last season, even though the season was cut short, it definitely feels really good. And a lot of the guys were mentioning it after the game. Some of the guys were saying, it's been 2 years and kind of forget what it tastes like, but it tastes better each time. So it was a good win.
Any further questions for Shane?
John, can I ask one more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, Shane, one last one. How significant is this win, knowing that next week you'll get Sean back?
It's great. It's great, obviously, to win any game, no matter who's there. But you definitely feel the absence of Coach Nads. One of the coolest parts about playing for Towson Lacrosse, if not the coolest part, is playing for Coach Sean Adelin. And being able to do that on a game day is something that not many people get the opportunity to do so. And I'm definitely grateful for that. But I'm proud of Coach Grossi and Musi and Shills and the other guys that stepped up and did their job. So I'm excited to have him back next weekend. It's fun playing for him.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
We worked really hard in practice this week. We knew it was going to be a gritty game with the snow. So we just went out with that mentality. It was going to be gritty. We're going to make mistakes. So after every mistake, we just kept our head up, kept going, and made some plays down the stretch that eventually led to the win.
Ed?
Andrew, can you take us through your game-winning goal? What did you see from your perspective?
Yeah, so I started on the crease, and I saw James took the shot, and it went to X. And then I guess the shorty slid onto me. So we like to dodge the shorty, so I took him to the wing, and I just got under him a little bit and just shot it right under him. Luckily, it went 5-hole. So.
Can you recall the last time you scored in overtime a game winner?
Maybe my junior year of high school, probably. So it's been a while.
Do you remember who the opponent was?
It was a team from Virginia. I don't remember exactly their name. It's like the first game of the season, February.
Andrew, I think in the third quarter you guys had a 6-2 lead, but then they made a comeback. What was sort of the mood on the sideline after that?
We stayed confident. We knew that because half our sticks were frozen, so we knew we were going to make mistakes. We knew they were going to make a run eventually due to just turnovers and transition. So we just kept confident. We knew we were going to come back. We just stayed confident ourselves in our game plan. So.
With the first game against Virginia, your next game against Duke, how important was it to get a win in this game, sort of the big game in the middle?
Yeah, so it was a confidence booster. We're obviously a lot more confident now. Virginia was a really good team. Duke's going to be a good team, but we got confidence in ourselves. We're going to go out, play our hardest, and hopefully come out with a win. So.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.